Hey, boys and girls, we're continuing. Chapter 9, Slinking Around. The horrible sound got louder and louder. It got deeper and deeper, and I thought I was going to die. Finally, I climbed out of my sleeping bag to see what was making all that noise. And it was Mr. Docker and Mr. Mackey. They were snoring. I thought it was in the middle of a herd of elephants. Man, what is the problem with grown-ups? Kids don't snore like that. It must have been something to do with their hair growing out of their noses. I hope I never grow up to be a grown-up. Psst, AJ, Michael whispered. Are you up? Yeah. I can't really sleep with all this snoring, Michael said. Me either. That's when I got the greatest idea in the history of the world. Hey, I said, you want to go get candy? Do you have any money, Michael said. No, do you? No. Bummer in the summer. I really wanted candy. Let's go get a drink from the water fountain, Michael said. Okay. I stepped over a few kids in sleeping bags, and then my foot bumped into something hard. Oh! Someone yelled. You kicked me in the head, Arlo. Ugh, it was Andrea. Sorry, I said. Whenever you have to say you're sorry to someone you don't really feel like sorry, you just say sorry, because sorry is the opposite of sorry. When you say sorry, it means you're not sorry at all. But no one can punish you because at least you did say you were sorry, so it's a win-win. That's the first rule of being a kid. Do you have any money? Michael asked Andrea. Of course, she said. My mother gave me $10 to buy something educational at the gift shop. Everything Andrea does is educational. When she blows her nose, she probably writes an essay about boogers for extra credit. Can we borrow some money? I said, we want to get candy. Okay, if you get me some too, she replied. I didn't want Andrea coming with us to the candy machine, but I did want candy. Okay, I said, I have money too, a voice whispered. I want to come. Oh man, it was the crybaby Emily. This thing was turning into a party. The four of us grabbed our flashlights and tiptoed around the other sleeping bags. Hey, you know what would be cool, I said? We could pick up one of the snoring adults and put them in the diorama. Can you imagine Mr. Docker and Mr. Mackey waking up next to a wild yak? That would be hilarious, Michael said. But I don't think we could pick them up. We could see if they want went to Weight Watchers, I told him. Can we go already, said Andrea. The four of us slinked around the dark like secret agents. How come they don't have a security guard, Emily whispered. Anybody could come in here and murder us. The doors are locked, dumbhead, I told her. They have the chains on them. If there are chains on the door, Michael said, that means we can't get out either. We looked at each other. I heard scary music playing again. Relax, I finally said. Who's going to murder us? The dead animals? We slinked over to the candy machine. Awesome. It had all my favorite candy bars. This was the best night of my life. Andrea put her $10 bill in the slot, but it popped right out. She tried it again, and it popped out again. This machine doesn't take $10 bills, Andrea said. This was the worst night of my life. Hey, look, Michael said, pointing to the boxes stacked next to the candy machine. They're boxes of candy, said Emily. Great, Michael said. The candy's free. You mean it can fly wherever it wants, I asked. No, dumbhead, Andrea said. It means they're giving the candy away. All right, I was so happy. I didn't even bother saying anything mean to Andrea. We all grabbed the candy and started stuffing it in our mouths. I ate about 1,100,000 candy bars. It was the greatest night of my life. Chapter 10, Penguins Are Cool. It was dark and quiet, and the little hand on the clock was past 12, so I knew it was after midnight. But I ate so much sugar, there was no way I was going to get to sleep. Let's slink around by the animals, I suggested. Yeah, agreed Michael. We're going to get in trouble, Andrea said. I'm going to tell Miss Daisy, said Emily. Fine, I said, tell her, and I'll tell her that you ate all that candy. Me and Michael slinked around the first floor like secret agents. Andrea and Emily, the big copycats followed us. We looked at the moose again, and the buffalo, and the gorilla. The animals looked even more real late at night. That's when I saw it, the most amazing thing in the history of the world. But I'm not going to tell you about what it was. Okay, I'll tell you. And you don't even have to read the next chapter. It was a diorama filled with penguins. Penguins! I must have missed this before. I'm sure I would have remembered it. I pressed my nose against the glass. Ever since I was little, I loved penguins. I slept with a stuffed animal penguin in my crib when I was a baby. Dressed like a penguin, up for a penguin for Halloween. I used to have an imaginary penguin friend, and I saw every penguin movie there was to see. Looking at those penguins close up, I was hypnotized. I could almost hear them speaking to me. Come with us, AJ, one of the penguins said. We'll go to Antarctica. You can play with us forever and ever and ever. Kids don't have to go to school in Antarctica, said the second penguin. And there's no teachers to tell us what to do. There's no parents to yell at you. There's no problems. It's paradise. In Antarctica, we don't care if you secretly love Andrea, said the third penguin. Come with us. Live in peace, said the fourth penguin. We'll slide around on ice all day. It'll be fun. I'm coming, told the penguin. I'm coming with you. And suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Michael. Hey, Jerry, are you okay? He said. Who are you talking to, man? Nobody. It must have been the sugar. Chapter 11, How to Stuff Stuff. We slinked around some more, and then I came up with the greatest idea in the history of the world. Hey, I said, let's see what's in the secret room. AJ, you're a genius, Michael said. Andrea and Emily said we would get in trouble. But me and Michael slinked over to the secret room, and the copycat sisters followed us. Michael put his hand on the doorknob. Don't open that, I warned him. Why not? Because when you open a door to a secret place at night, horrible creatures waiting to jump out and kill you, I told him. I saw that in a movie once. That's silly, Andrea said. She grabbed the doorknob and pulled the door open. You'll never believe in 100 years what was in the secret room. It was Miss Crup. She was holding that wild yak fur. What are you kids doing here? She asked. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I had to think fast. Sleepwalking, I said. All of you? It's dangerous to sleepwalk alone, I explained. Are we in trouble? Asked Andrea, who I'm sure has never been in trouble in her whole life. Of course not, Miss Crup said. You kids must love natural history just like I do. When I was your age, I snuck into a zoo one time. People who sneak into zoos at night are weird. You must be nocturnal, Michael said. We looked around the secret room. There were heads and other parts of the dead animals everywhere. It was creepy. What is this place? Emily asked. This is where we prepare the animals, Miss Crup told us. You see, I'm a part-time taxidermist. Do you know what a taxidermist does? You drive people to the airport, I guess. That's a taxi driver, dumbhead, Andrea said. A taxidermist mounts animals for display. Oh, yeah? I told Andrea. Well, maybe she mounts animals for display, then drives them to the airport. Ha, 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 in her face. That's why I'm in the gifted and talented program. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo on Andrea. So you stuff, Michael said? Asked Miss Crup. The animals aren't stuffed, she told us. The skin is mounted on its original skeleton, which is covered with wire and plaster. I try to make the dead animals come to life. People who make dead animals come to life are weird. Taxidermy is cool, said Andrea, the big brown noser. Yes, Miss Crup said. Would you kids like to see a special exhibit I'm working on? It isn't even open to the public yet. Sure, we all said. Follow me. Miss Crup led us down the hall into an unmarked room. She put a key in the lock. Then she turned the doorknob. Don't open that door, I shouted. Will you calm down, AJ, said Emily. Miss Crup opened the door. And there was a big sign on the wall, and this is what it said: the amazing world of poop.